worth it in the end, because ultimately dieting doesn't help us. I was explaining this to somebody this morning. We'll go slightly off track. And we think Slimming Clubs work, right? And I'm hoping I'm going to explain this. I'm hoping I'm going to explain it how it makes sense in my head, and I hope it makes sense in yours. So I remember going to a Slimming Club, and there was probably, I don't know, 50 people or something in this Slimming Club, and out of those 50 people, there was one person who had maintained their weight for a decent period of time. One person out of 50. This particular group leader I think she had 5 classes, 5 groups over the course of a day. So you have 50 people in a group, that's 250 people in a group. Let's say on average, it's 1 person per group. So 5 people out of 250 have maintained their weight over a long period of time doing this particular diet group, doing this particular Slimming Club. Now, I want you to think about those numbers, right? If a diet really worked for you, there wouldn't just be those 5 people. There would be there won't be 250, but there would be significantly more than those 5 people. And I'm saying those 5 people because I'm just guessing that there's, 1 in every group. Maybe it's not, maybe it's less than that, maybe it's more than that. But on average, 5 people out of 250 people have managed to lose weight and maintain it for a significant amount of time. That is not a diet that works. If you have 250 people and only 5 people are doing it well, it doesn't work. Okay, and this is the same across the board. Any other diet club would be the same. Any sort of any diet club, whether that's on a one-to-one basis where they come to your house and they give you shakes and meals and whatever, or whether you go to a group and you get weighed every single week, they are all the same. If half of the room, at least half of the room, have not achieved their weight loss goal, then that diet doesn't work. And this is the problem with diets. Diets focus on the food. Diets focus on what you're doing wrong and how you're supposed to do things. But ultimately, what weight loss involves is changing behavior. We need to change the way that we are eating. We need to change how we are eating food in order for it to work. And this is the thing that I'm not sure that I can really stress enough is this takes work. This program takes work. You have to learn how to do new things. You have to learn how to do things in a different way. And you have to learn how to do things in a way that you can maintain for the rest of your life. Now, don't get me wrong. If those Slimming Clubs work for you, like genuinely work for you, and there isn't going to be a point in time when you're going to be like, okay, well, I've done this now, I'm just going to stop and I'm going to revert back to the way that I was eating before. That's not what we want. That is not what helps us lose weight. That is not what helps us keep it off either. And I'm pretty sure, pillows do in my head, and I'm pretty sure that you do not want to have to keep gaining and losing weight for the rest of your life. So what I want for you is to have this, build this relationship with yourself and with food so that you do not have to lose the weight again, which means changing your behavior, changing the things that you are doing. You are where you are now just because you've had a set of behaviors, just because you've been doing certain things that have led to where you are now. And there is nothing wrong with that. But if you want to change it, then you have to change the behavior. You have to change the things that you're doing. If you keep saying that, oh, yeah, but that Slimming Club worked, and yet you're going back to it again and again and again, it didn't work for you. It did not work. And I think I find this frustrating because I see it, because I see people making the same mistake. I see people on Facebook, like, proud that they've lost half a pound one week and they've gained, and disappointed that they've gained 3 pounds a week after. It's so frustrating because I just want to scream, stop doing what you're doing. Change what you're doing. You have to change your behavior. You have to stop wishing and hoping that that way is going to work this time round. It's not, because it hasn't worked before, because you can't maintain it, because you can't change your behavior to suit that diet that you're in. This is why we are doing it. This is why I'm teaching you this way. So the focus is on not what you eat, but how do I do this in a way that I can maintain it forever? How can I change my behavior so that I can still live my life, so that I can actually achieve my goal and keep on doing that for the rest of my life? That is the aim for this course, and this and the hunger and the fullness, and the planning. You might not plan forever, and that's fine, but the hunger and the fullness are something that you're going to do forever, because you have to, because you can't just stop doing it, because when you stop doing it, you just revert back to the old behavior, and the old behavior is what is causing the weight gain in the first place. Does that make sense? I hope that didn't sound too shouty or bossy. That wasn't my intention. But does that make sense? Like, if you want to change your behavior, if you want to lose weight, you have to change the way you are currently eating. And this isn't about the food, it's how you eat the food. And how you eat the food is a behavior that we're looking to change. We don't want to go back down the dieting path, because so many studies have showed us that when you diet using restrictive calories, restrictive eating, especially extremely restrictive calories, then the weight comes back quicker, and it comes back more of. It then takes longer to lose it, and then it comes back quicker. I think there was a study done on mice, and it was obviously mice are so closely related to humans, but I can't imagine they would really do anything like this on humans. But they put rats on a diet, or mice or rats on a diet, and gave them 50% less food than they would normally eat, and they lost weight. They lost, I don't know, I think it was 130 something pounds or whatever it was. Grams, might be grams. Rats don't weigh 130 pounds. It's definitely grams. So rats, they lost sort of like 130 grams, and then they put their meals back up to their normal intake, and the rats and the mice, rats or mice, and they gained that weight, but they gained it back 21 days, whatever it was. They then put the rats on another diet. So then they lost weight, and I think they lost like 133 grams, so a little bit less, but it took them 46 days, 24 days, 46 days to lose that amount of weight, but it only took them 10 days to gain it back. So this is that yo-yo dieting that everybody talks about. It takes longer to get it off the more you diet, and it comes back on quicker the more you diet as well. So this is why, and like so many studies have shown this, and I don't know why this isn't like common knowledge. Like, I do know the diet industry and the food industry like to keep these things under wraps, but diets don't work. Like, Google studies on diets that aren't made by diet companies themselves, of course, and you'll see all of these studies, and you'll see like diet companies, slimming clubs will only show you this as success stories. Like, the Diet Club didn't talk about those 245 people that haven't been achieving their goal despite going there for years and years and years. Like, they don't talk about those. They just talk about that one person in that group who has achieved their goal because they're successful. They followed it. They are good at this. No, it just worked for them, and they've been able to keep it off. But the other 49 people in that room doesn't work for. And if you're going back all of the time, it's like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, hoping for a different result. This is what it is. We want to try something different. And this is why I'm giving you this something different, so that we don't have to become obsessed with calories. So we don't have to deal with the points and the sins and any other sort of like made up word for tracking food and eating less food. I just want you to build a better relationship with yourself. I want you to build a relationship with your body so that you're eating when you're hungry. So you're listening to your body that's telling you exactly what it is and exactly when you need to eat. This is what I want for you. I guess I just want you to be happy, and I want you to have this good relationship with food, to just get rid of all of that food drama that comes with kind of wanting to lose weight. But I also want you to lose weight at the same time. So we just do them both together. It's like, it's a, how can I lose weight and build a healthier relationship with myself and with the food that I would like to eat? This is the way, because you get to be in control. You get to listen to your body. You get to decide how much you eat. You get to decide like when to eat, because your body is telling you to, because the only person who knows when they are hungry and when they have had enough and what type of food they enjoy is you, not some book, not some diet book, not some celebrity who has lost, a fuck ton of weight. Only you know how much food you need to have.